Hello, my name's Gabriel and I have what they call schizophrenia. So, this video is about looking back at the past and all that's changed and how far I've come and some of the memories of being in psychosis. So what I've realized is every moment is a good memory. So doesn't matter what you go through in life, you're always going to look back and say, wow, that was a good memory. And I remember going through lots of pain and suffering when I was in psychosis. But the thing is looking back, sometimes I catch myself saying, those were good memories. And it's like, you're always creating good memories no matter what you're going through. And you're always going to look back at the past and say, wow, that was a good memory, especially after a few years. So that's just something I've been thinking about recently. I'm always looking back and I'm always saying, wow, that was a good memory. And I had a couple online friends that I would talk about spiritual things with back in 2020, right when my psychosis was starting and right when I was coming out of it. We would talk about spiritual things, and I just felt highly stimulated. I felt like dopamine was overfiring in my brain, and it made me feel like I was on top of the world. But at the same time, what goes up must come down, and I realized that after that, I would have a major crash, and I would get really, really low, but then my dopamine would spike again. I'd feel really good again. So I'm just looking back on the memories, and I'm saying, wow, those were some bad times, but they were also good times. And I don't want to go through it again because it was very painful and it was really stressful. I couldn't sleep. It was like living in a bad dream. So I'm grateful that I'm out of it. But I'm just remembering the times and just looking back at it saying, wow, even the worst times in your life can still be beautiful when you look back at them. And that's just something I realized. So that's been crossing my mind a lot lately. I've been listening to some of the music I used to listen to in 2020 and just saying, like, wow, man, like, it's been 4 years already, and that's crazy. And if you don't know already, I made my YouTube channel in 2020, in September or October of 2020. So the thing is, I was thinking about this a few minutes ago, and I was like, you know, this whole YouTube journey started then, and I need to make a video because I feel bad that I haven't been making videos, but I've just been dealing with a lack of motivation, and I say that a lot, but I'm never going to quit YouTube, and I'm always going to be uploading videos, so don't think I'm ever going to leave you guys forever. I'm always going to keep uploading videos and helping people. So just know that. But yeah, the memories, I'm looking back at the memories, and it was a bad time. It was a really bad time, but I'm looking at the beautiful parts of the memories. And I'm realizing, you know what, even the worst times can be beautiful. And I'll explain some of the things that happened in my psychosis. I'll explain it in order. So basically, on clozapine, you have to get blood work, okay? And I was already lowering my clozapine. I was on 50 milligrams, and I did my blood work, and they said I had to stop taking it for 3 days because something went wrong with my blood work. And I said, you know what, I'm not taking it ever again, and I just stopped cold turkey. And I was getting fevers, I was getting hives on my face, I kept getting brain zaps. It felt like I was being bolted out of my body, and it was really messed up. And then when that passed, I felt like I was losing my identity. And when that happened, it was kind of scary. And then I started thinking about angels and demons, and I started trying to contact what I thought were my guardian angels. And then I started to trust these voices as guardian angels, and it went out of control. It spiraled downhill, and next thing you know, my heart's racing, my body's going numb. I feel like I'm having a heart attack, all this messed up things that were very traumatizing. And I would go to the hospital and they'd say I was fine. So I felt like I was having a heart attack that wasn't detected. And I felt really bad because of it. And, 1 second. My roommate's just walking by. If he comes in, I'll just tell him I'm making a video. But, my body would go numb from the heart racing and all that, and it was a horrible experience. Then I went through that for about 2 or 3 months, so then I started getting better. Then I went back onto my medication, the kind that works, and I started to recover, and I made my YouTube channel. And it's been about almost 4 years since I made my channel now, and I have almost 2,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. And I guess just looking back, everything happens for a reason. Like, I wouldn't be making these videos if my psychosis didn't happen. And I guess I took one for the team. I went through psychosis so I can make these videos and help other people going through psychosis. And I'm glad that I experienced what I experienced, but I'm also glad that I made it out of that experience and that I'm doing way better. And by the way, the 2020 psychosis I'm talking about, that was my second psychosis. My first psychosis was in 2015, but the 2020 psychosis was probably the worst psychosis because it lasted a few months. And yeah, and I'll go into my first psychosis too. I was making music. I wasn't on any medication. I was making loads of music, like beats and stuff, on Fruity Loops, and I was staying up for 36 hours at a time, then sleeping for 8. And a few months down the road, I started thinking I was investigating in paranormal activity, and next thing you know, I'm hearing stuff, and I end up in the you-know-where. And but anyway, the 2020 psychosis was the worst because it lasted a while, and it was a horrible experience. I could feel hallucinations playing with my hair. I was constantly getting bombarded by these sensations of hallucinations, like hearing, feeling. I'd get smells in my nose, tastes. I could feel them playing with my hair, and it was a horrible experience, man. There was no escaping it. I just had to go through it until I got better. But when I came out of psychosis, I felt like I was enlightened. I felt like I learned a lot about like the universe and all of this, and I still have some of those beliefs today, because I believe sometimes when you're in psychosis, you're capable of having a spiritual awakening happening simultaneously with the psychosis. So some of it's real and some of it's fake, but you don't know what is real and what's fake because it all seems like the same. So not everything is psychosis. Even my stepdad tells me that not everything's psychosis. Yeah, not everything's psychosis. Sometimes it can be spiritual or paranormal, but I'm not saying that to freak you out. If you're like having hallucinations that are telling you they're God, don't listen to them. Don't listen to your hallucinations. God wouldn't come to you in a hallucination or a voice, because, sorry, my roommate's just distracting me, but I don't think God, I don't think he would, if you have schizophrenia, I don't think he would talk to you that way, because it's like, it's feeding your schizophrenia, and it's feeding your fear, it's just, I don't think he would do that. So, and, but yeah, the point of this video is, even the most horrible times in your life can be beautiful when you look back at them. And I'm grateful I went through what I went through, but I'm also grateful I made it out. of that psychosis. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more. Hit that like button. Help these videos reach more people, and thank you. My name's Gabriel, and I have what they call schizophrenia. Have an awesome day.